Ah, fresh haircut. I love a fresh haircut. Feeling good. I'm always driving this car. Always going somewhere. So this morning when I got up, I was thinking, I have my game plan for the day, the places I gotta go, things I have to accomplish, you know, the tasks. But one of the things I have to do is I have to go to Pittsburgh tonight. Why do I have to go to Pittsburgh? A long time ago, the idea of like telling stories or being a storyteller, you didn't hear people talking about things like that. It can be challenging, like public speaking when you're growing up and stuff. A lot of people had fear of that. I will say it's much easier to talk about something you're confident about or that you have a higher level of knowledge or understanding about, but actual stories about your life or about things that have happened to you, especially maybe some of the harder things, the things that are uncomfortable, that not only that we have experienced that were challenging and uncomfortable, but then coming out on the other side where it all kind of made sense. I think we all have some sort of story like that. And it's interesting today because we have there's this fascination with, you know, hearing a good story, like a good song, like we identify with. A lot of times people share things that replicate how you feel, right? I share or hear a story about something that maybe I never knew how to put into words, but identify with, and it changes the uncomfortability. It changes the way we even look at that event, right? It changes our perception. When you hear people like that and you experience that, sometimes people are actually interested in what you have to say. Now, you might not be interested in what I have to say now, but the reason I'm going to Pittsburgh is really just to share my story. And I have this weird complex where I think why would anybody want to hear anything that I have to share? I think it's easier really to share in front of a crowd versus to a camera, because you don't see the reactions. I don't see the frowning faces right now. I don't see people smiling or putting their head down. Like, you don't know how to change the volume or the context or the direction of the conversation. So with YouTube, you just kind of wing it. Like, this is me, I'm just going for it. So you can't change the direction. You can imagine what they would feeling or thinking, but so storytelling or sharing a message or communicating can be very challenging. And I think a lot of failures in, I would say, business, at your work, family events, at your home, communication is such a important thing to try to fine-tune. And I also think that is very much a fundamental exercise. The more you do it, the more you get better at it. However, if there's something that I have an extreme, maybe not extreme, but a level of understanding and comfortability with sharing, I find myself able to share a little more fluent. That it almost sounds like I know what I'm talking about. And isn't it interesting, those type of people, not only am I intrigued by, but I like to listen to. It'll probably be a little bit dark by the time I get to Pittsburgh, but I'll be taking you guys along for a little bit of a ride. What about how people communicate in traffic, right? Everybody's in our way. The lights aren't changing fast enough. It's awful. It's awful to be in that mindset, but it's equally as painful to watch because you see that. Is it effective? Is it effective? I don't know. Maybe in moments. The long-term idea, I think, fails. We're all like 2-year-olds with driver's license. Look who's back. Look what I found in Pittsburgh.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know what state I'm in. I am so incredibly tired. I feel like I've been awake since 4 a.m. on Friday, just going nonstop. No, I have actually slept, but it was awesome to go to Montana, but it's always good to be back with family.
Woo! Looking pretty good, huh? Made it back. It was good seeing our friends. I think that's it for today. See you tomorrow.